Welcome to Carroll Helping Carroll. I'm Brenda Dinne, and I'm a media maker and video producer at the Community Media Center. Carroll Helping Carroll is a show designed to highlight local nonprofits in Carroll County, Maryland that make a difference in our community. In this episode, I am pleased to showcase the ARC Carroll County. Today we will be sitting down with Don Rowe, the Executive Director of ARC, to talk about the services and resources that ARC provides to the residents of Carroll County. Enjoy. So you were telling us about how there are several service providers in the county, and a few in particular who are headquartered here. And maybe you could tell us a little bit more about who those that are headquartered here in the county are, like what services they provide. Are they different than what the ARC provides?
Sure. So the couple of agencies that are headquartered here in the county, there are some others that have a presence but aren't headquartered here, but the ones that are headquartered here, Change Inc. is an agency that provides employment services and day services, support services. They also participate in our educational partnership program through Carroll County Public Schools. Target Educational Services is also headquartered here. They provide support services and employment services, and they also have some residential homes around the community as well. They too participate in the post-secondary training programs. Flying Colors of Success provides primarily residential services, but they do have a small, rather unique program for folks that really have maybe struggled in facility-based programs. So it's a very person-centered approach to services that they provide. And then, you know, the ARC, as I mentioned earlier, we provide really a full array of employment and support services, educational services, and residential services as well. The one thing I will say that most of us are similar on is really that focus of getting folks involved in their community. We really want to move away from services being provided in a building all day long. We really want services to be provided in a community setting where people are comfortable and in the community where a person lives. So we, for example, if you live in the South Carroll area, we don't feel like you need to come up to Westminster for those services because all your friends and the people you know are in the South Carroll area. So that's very important to all of us as well.
Right, right.
It looks like we've found ourselves trapped in yet another edition of Know Your Crew, the segment of our show where you, the audience, gets the privilege of knowing us, your crew. Follow my explicit commands, and you will be awarded with valuable behind-the-scenes mind gems. Let's take a look at the control room, the nerve center of this digital shindig. This cavalcade of chaotic calamity could only come together with the help of our technical director, Cody McLaughlin. And by their side, hitting all the right notes, we have our audio engineer, George Shearer, bringing literal music to your ears. Switching gears and finding the cheer, it's Kayla Catlin on the board and Kevin McDermott on graphics. And finally, in control room, we have the man who tells me what to say, by force if necessary, Sean Dinne. Sean is now demanding that I take us to the studio, so it has to be done. Sorry for the delay, Sean. On the floor, there is no higher quality or authority than our floor director, John Carver. Working far beneath him on the hierarchy in this studio are our camera operators, truly the keystone in this metaphoric archway of programming. We have Bob Champaglia running a camera. And to finish up the line of camera jockeys, we have the legend himself, Alan Butler. Way to razzle-dazzle him, Alan. But let's not forget the whole reason we're watching today, me, Mike Fell, your most humble MC. Again, I'm Mike Fell, and you're welcome for this installment of Know Your Crew. Back to you, Don.
So it sounds like all of these agencies provide employment training, education. Maybe they don't all provide residential services.
That's correct. And the other thing that I'm really happy and proud of is that we all get along, we all collaborate, which, you know, is important. You know, we try to share resources, we try to share ideas. It's important for us to connect from time to time, to talk about where our industry is moving, what are the things that are important to our organizations, what are our organizations working on, and where do we see some partnerships and maybe some efficiencies being created. So it's something that we've been doing for a number of years, and I like to think it's a little unique in this state.
Right. Well, it sounds like a great collaboration, and to ensure that everybody's providing at least the minimum level of what, as an industry, you feel needs to be done.
Absolutely. And I think, Brenda, you know, I feel really fortunate to be able to work in this community here in Carroll County, just because of the high level of commitment, dedication, and just how people want to work together. It's, as I mentioned, or may have mentioned, we participate in a transition council that is just solely focused on transitioning students to adult agencies or out to their next steps after they exit the school system or graduate. We have only 40 members of that council, and Mary Pat Dye, who's our transition coordinator here in Carroll County, just has a fabulous vision as to what transition should look like, and has made a real point of involving organizations like the ARC, like Target, like Change, like Flying Colors in planning for these students. So really, I give her a lot of credit for having that vision. She's had that vision for many, many years. So I think we are a real model for the state.
Great, great. So as we wrap up, just a quick question. So the Transition Council and Mary Pat Dye, are they really coordinating what's happening with all of the service providers in the county?
They are. They're taking a lead role. So she is the one that brings us together, and there's some subcommittees that are working on things like the transition fair and coordinating with the adult service agencies and some other programs that I think are beneficial to students and their families as they move through the process.
Okay. Well, maybe when we come back, you can tell us a little bit more about the transition fair.
I will. Thank you.
Great. I would like to thank our talented crew and our wonderful on-air talent for being here with us today. I would also like to thank you at home for joining us on Carroll Helping Carroll. Don't forget to check out this episode and other episodes of Carroll Helping Carroll on Comcast Channel 19 and the Carroll Media Center YouTube channel.